Can I ask you kind of a weird question?
Yo, it's Saturday and I'm kind of out of it. I got up, made my bed, and now I'm back on it. But I put out a little thing on my socials asking you guys to ask me some questions, and I don't want to make you wait forever for my answers, so here we are. First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody that asked me something. There was a lot, actually way more than I was expecting, so I chose my favorites to answer in this video. I did get a bunch of very specific DIY questions, but I feel like I need to show you instead of tell you, so I'm gonna save those for later. I have a bunch of errands to run today, so I figured I would just take you around Brooklyn with me and answer them as I go. It's like very balmy outside and I have to go all over Brooklyn, so I figured I would just grab my truck and we could go for a ride.
How very.
If you want to hang with me, keep watching and we'll have a time. Maybe, I don't know if this is going to be good at all, but let's see how it goes. Ooh, I'm glad I decided to drive today because it is steamy. So the first thing I have to do is get a few rolls of quarters because in New York, I don't have a washer and dryer in my unit. I know, total trash. But before I do that, I'm going to answer one of your questions, which is, how's New York treating you? It's good. It's nice to be back in the city. Everything simple is a little bit more complicated here. Like running errands, if I was to walk and do all this, it would go way faster, but it's 5,000 degrees, so I'm driving, which is going to add on a couple hours. There's just a lot of traffic, a lot of people, and yeah, it's the city. But other than that, it's good. I'm happy to be back at work. It's super long hours and it's a lot of like juggling of things, but it's nice to be home. I have a lot of friends here, so it's been a nice reunion. I don't really get to see them all the time because I'm working, but when I do see them, it's good. Okay, one more before I go. Someone wanted to know more about my day job, so let me talk about it. I've been working in the film industry for over a decade. My official role is a hair department head. I've worked on shows like Broad City, Search Party, Russian Doll, and Poker Face. I've met a lot of hilarious, smart, funny people in this career, and I feel pretty lucky. It's nice that it allows me to work part of the year, and then the rest of the year I get to take off and spend time with Ben at the house in Milwaukee. The hours are super long though. As I'm getting older, I'm like, how am I going to do this? The hardest part is being away from Ben for so long. I'm gone for like months at a time, but we've been doing this for a while, so we're making it work. But yeah, it's a fun job. It's super creative. I get to collaborate with some amazing people, so I can't complain. All right, I have 15 minutes before the bank closes, so I'm going to get in there and get those quarters. I got my quarters, but before I head to my next errand, I'm going to answer one more question, which is, has it gotten easier to be on camera since you started your channel? Honestly, no. It really depends on the day. Sometimes I film myself and I'm like, that was easy. And then I watch it and I'm like, oof, so cringe. I've never really wanted to be on camera and have people looking at me, so it's definitely an adjustment. With my work, I'm always behind the camera, so it's been weird, but I think over the years, I've definitely gotten a little bit more comfortable. Whenever I watch myself, I'm like, is this how I really am? But I think it is. I don't know. It's weird to like judge myself. I don't know. But at the end of the day, yes, it has gotten easier. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is go to Target. There's a couple stores here in Brooklyn, but they're always packed and always picked over, so we're headed to Queens. Made it. I gotta pee like so bad. I know that's too much information, but I'm gonna answer one more question before I go in, and that is, how long does it take to finish a project with and without filming considerations? It honestly depends on the project and how detailed it's gonna be. If I'm just doing a bedroom or a dining room or something like that, it usually takes me about a week and a half to do it, and then it takes me about another week and a half to edit. I feel like editing is almost more complicated than doing the DIY work. It's also the most fun part for me. But when I'm doing a kitchen or a bathroom, that takes way more time because there's so many more details. I'm a perfectionist and I want it to be done really well, so it usually takes me a little bit longer, but it's fun. I haven't done a kitchen since our house and it was a huge learning experience. I would definitely do it again though, because I learned a lot. But yeah, overall, it just really depends. That's why when I'm back in Milwaukee and putting out videos on the regular, it's usually once a month because everything just takes forever. It's nice to put a little self-imposed deadline on myself though, because then I just power through and get it done. Okay, time to go into Target. Dude, it is like a whole new world out here. It was all sunny and nice, but now it looks like it's about to pour. I was gonna go to the car wash, but I don't think I need to anymore. I think I'm gonna combine the next two questions because they kind of go together. So the first one is, what's your favorite type of DIY project to work on? I'd say woodworking. The idea of putting some boards together and creating something functional and custom is just cool. And the second question is, any project you dread doing? I've had the same answer forever, and that's sanding, especially indoors. The idea of creating a mess just doesn't sit right with me. Plus, the idea of putting on a mask is just not my vibe. Okay, I feel like it's about to start pouring, so I need to get home, put everything away, and then I can answer the final question. I'm so happy to be home right now. I'm sweaty, I'm shiny, I'm drained, so I gotta wrap this up. Anyway, the last question of this video is, what do you see for the future of Brew City Builds? Good question. My first thing would be finishing the backyard, and then the house is fully done. From there, I think it would be cool to buy like an old school or an old library or even a church. I just think it would be a really cool challenge. It would be a ton of content for my channel, and it would also be really fun. I would love to do more OPPs and kind of go national and go all over the country. It's been a really fun way to connect to my subscribers, and I want to do more. In the future, I would like to do this more full time, but I just don't know when that'll be. Anyway, I hope this answers your questions. This is kind of weird for me to not be working on a project, but here we are. Thanks for taking the time to watch. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, and all that other stuff if you feel like it, and I'll see you soon. Bye. I'm so glad I decided to drive today. I've walked 2 blocks and I'm already drenched. It's like swampland out here. I'm ready for fall.